So what I've done is take this sumac tree, I pulled it towards me and sort of braced one of the branches inside this brace that Michael has created, which raises the sun sail, the shade block up off the coop. Okay, so just doing that shaded this whole section right here. Then we put in this really tall green stake. It's leaning forward, but that's because it's holding up that tree. Without that stake, it leans over quite a bit more. But if I prop it up like this, it does two things. First of all, it gives a little more shade to that section. And then it also allows these trees to grow more straight up. Because what ends up happening is they all come forward trying to get to the sun, but then also trying to get away from the trees that are above them. So if you look over here in our forest area, these are all leaning forward a little. See how they're leaning? They're leaning forward to get to the sun, which is, understandable, and to get out from underneath these that are also leaning forward. So what I've been doing is kind of cutting down the ones that are not going to work. So this one here is leaning forward, but it'll be fine. I'm not going to cut it out. It's already leaning forward. Once they lean, you can't change it because it's basically a tree. I can't change the way this tree goes. But when they're little like this, you can. You can train them to grow a certain direction. So like these in here, how this one is growing straight up, just because there's nothing above it. And it can't get to the sun. The sun will hit it in a roundabout sort of way. This one's leaning way over. So eventually I'll probably take this one out right here, and it will be replaced by this one that's growing straight up. But I'm not going to take it out yet. So a lot of these I've gotten to grow straight up into the air, into the sky. And then these are leaning because, again, it's trying to get to the sun. And there's all of this above it. But I have trimmed it so that they won't lean too much. But this creates a canopy. So I like sumac. I know some people think of them as a weed, and I understand why. Because basically, this whole forest area is one organism. Maybe two. I don't know how many sumac were planted here. But like this is definitely an original. There's one over there by the Coop. It's very old. And then, but it could have been one plant. Like this one, they could have planted a sumac right there. And then the roots take off all the way over there to the Coop and beyond. All of this right here has grown since we've moved in. And it's because we took out some other horrible things. And so the roots just kept going and going and going. This is one root system. So, it's hard to get rid of. So if you don't like it, you might be in trouble. I like it. I think it's pretty, and I can control where it's growing. It's called shears or a lawnmower. All right, so yeah, there is a little more sun shining here, but I am making the shade with the sumac.